Hey there, welcome back. Today we're diving into an incredible story of resilience and strength. John McCain's captivity in Vietnam is a tale that's as inspiring as it is compelling. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you won't miss any of our captivating content. Let's get started. The Vietnam War, which lasted from 1955 to 1975, was a pivotal conflict that unfolded in Southeast Asia. Stemming from the Cold War tensions between the United States and the Soviet Union, the war was essentially a struggle between North Vietnam, led by the communist regime of Ho Chi Minh, and South Vietnam, supported by the US and its allies. The United States became deeply involved in the conflict as it sought to contain the spread of communism in the region, fearing a domino effect that would affect neighboring countries. The US deployed troops, provided military aid, and engaged in intense combat, leading to a highly controversial and divisive period in American history. John Sidney McCain II was born on August 29, 1936, into a family with a strong tradition of military service. His grandfather and father were both four-star admirals in the U.S. Navy, instilling in McCain a deep sense of duty, honor, and patriotism. Growing up on naval bases around the world, McCain was exposed to the military lifestyle from a young age. This upbringing not only shaped his character but also fostered his desire to follow in his family's footsteps and serve his country. McCain's decision to join the Navy was a natural progression influenced by both his family legacy and a desire to contribute to his nation's defense. Graduating from the U.S. Naval Academy in 1958, McCain embarked on a path that would eventually lead him to the heart of the Vietnam War. He had an unwavering commitment to his country's cause, and this commitment would be put to the ultimate test in the years that followed. McCain's military career took a turn when he pursued his passion for aviation and became a fighter pilot. He was assigned to fly 4 Skyhawk jets aboard the U.S. Refusal, where he honed his skills and demonstrated exceptional piloting abilities. As the Vietnam War escalated, McCain was deployed to the Gulf of Tonkin, where he participated in bombing missions against North Vietnamese targets. During one fateful mission on July 29, 1967, tragedy struck as a missile accidentally ignited a fire on the U.S. Refusal's flight deck, leading to a series of explosions and a significant loss of life. McCain's aircraft narrowly avoided the inferno, but he was profoundly affected by the incident, witnessing the grim realities of war and the sacrifices made by his fellow servicemen. The day was October 26, 1967, when Lieutenant Commander John McCain embarked on a bombing mission over Hanoi, North Vietnam. As he piloted his A-4 Skyhawk, his aircraft was struck by enemy fire, and the engine failed. With limited control, McCain struggled to maintain altitude, knowing that his chances of escape were dwindling. Despite his best efforts, he was forced to eject from his plane, parachuting into a lake in the heart of Hanoi. As he emerged from the water, drenched and injured, McCain found himself surrounded by hostile Vietnamese civilians. He was captured and taken into custody by the North Vietnamese forces, marking the beginning of a 6-year ordeal that would test his mettle in ways he could never have imagined. McCain's captors imprisoned him at the infamous Ho Lo prison, sarcastically referred to by American prisoners as the Hanoi Hilton. The prison, known for its squalid conditions and brutal treatment of inmates, was a place of torment that would challenge even the strongest of spirits. McCain was subjected to cramped, windowless cells, meager rations of food, and unsanitary living conditions. The physical and psychological toll of captivity was compounded by the isolation, uncertainty, and constant threat of interrogation and torture. The physical hardships included malnutrition, diseases, and injuries sustained during his capture and imprisonment. He endured chronic pain from untreated injuries and the toll of repeated torture sessions. The psychological toll was equally devastating. Isolation, confinement, and the constant uncertainty of his fate took a toll on his mental well-being. Despite the dire circumstances, McCain's interactions with fellow prisoners played a pivotal role in his ability to endure and maintain his resilience. In the midst of adversity, the prisoners formed a tight-knit community that provided emotional support, camaraderie, and a sense of belonging. Through covert communication and shared experiences, they managed to lift each other's spirits, provide solace, and offer encouragement during the darkest moments of their captivity. A defining moment in McCain's captivity was his refusal of an early release offer by his captors. The North Vietnamese, aware of his father's high-ranking military position as Commander-in-Chief of U.S. Pacific Command, saw an opportunity to use McCain's release as a propaganda victory. They offered him freedom ahead of other prisoners, hoping to undermine American morale and paint their treatment of prisoners in a positive light. However, McCain, driven by his principles and integrity, chose to remain in captivity alongside his fellow prisoners. He recognized that accepting early release would betray their collective resilience and the bonds they had formed. McCain's steadfast refusal to prioritize his own comfort over the well-being of his comrades was a testament to his unwavering character and dedication to the principles of duty, honor, and solidarity. John McCain's release from captivity came on March 14, 1973, as part of the historic Operation Homecoming, which saw the repatriation of American prisoners of war from North Vietnam. After nearly 5.5 years of captivity, McCain stepped onto American soil once again, a moment that marked the end of his harrowing ordeal and the beginning of a new chapter in his life. The physical and emotional toll of McCain's captivity was substantial. His body bore the scars of untreated injuries and the effects of torture. Malnutrition and disease had weakened him, and the long years of confinement had taken a toll on his overall health. But the impact extended beyond the physical realm. The trauma of isolation, torture, and the constant threat of death left deep emotional scars that would stay with him for the rest of his life. McCain's return to civilian life was a process of physical and emotional recovery. His reunion with his family was a moment of profound joy and relief, but also one of adjustment as he navigated the transition from captivity to freedom. His journey back to health and normalcy was challenging, but his strong will and the support of his loved ones aided in his rehabilitation. McCain's sense of duty and service motivated him to enter politics, and in 1982, he was elected to the U.S. House of Representatives, followed by his successful Senate campaign in 1986. As a senator, McCain championed veterans' rights and worked tirelessly to improve the quality of care and support provided to veterans. His personal experiences gave him a unique platform to speak on their behalf, ensuring that their voices were heard and their needs were addressed in policy decisions. The end of the Vietnam War in 1975 marked a significant milestone for John McCain, as it brought closure to a chapter of American history that had profoundly shaped his own life. While he was released from captivity in 1973, the war's conclusion carried both relief and a sense of reflection for McCain, as he witnessed the impacts of the conflict on his fellow veterans and the nation as a whole. The Vietnam War stands as a pivotal chapter in American history, offering a range of lessons that continue to resonate with the nation. The conflict's impact on the United States, both domestically and internationally, serves as a reminder of the complexities and consequences of military interventions and the importance of understanding the full scope of such endeavors. As we conclude our look into John McCain's captivity in Vietnam, his unwavering spirit serves as a timeless example of resilience. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with others seeking inspiration. Catch you in the next one.